Let's just say it out loud. Yes, we're talking about masturbation. And whether you do it often, sometimes, or used to, you already know the feeling that comes right after: regret. Every time you tell yourself this will be the last time, but the next night, or sometimes the next hour, you're back again. And it always starts with the same lie. I just need to release some energy. Here's the hard truth most guys don't want to hear. This habit is quietly killing your confidence, draining your energy, and keeping you stuck in life. It feels normal because everyone's doing it, but what's common isn't always healthy. And deep down, you know something's off. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt fully in control of your mind, your body, and your future? When did you last feel unstoppable? Not distracted, not guilty, but actually powerful. You've been where you are. You're not lazy. You're not addicted because you're weak. You're caught in a loop, like millions of men today, trapped in a cycle that rewards you with a second of pleasure and leaves you with hours of shame. But here's the part no one talks about. The most disciplined men in history, stoic philosophers, spiritual warriors, even elite athletes, understood the real cost of giving in to this habit. They knew that true strength isn't just about what you do, it's about what you can control. And if you stay with me till the end of this video, you'll walk away with a clear path, built on purpose, discipline, and inner strength, so you can finally stop relying on willpower and start building real freedom, one decision at a time. Let's get to the main point. When you give in to this habit, you've probably felt it. The guilt, the lack of motivation, the emptiness. You know something inside you fades. The science agrees too. Every time you do it, your brain floods with dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Sounds great, until it's not. Because the more you keep doing it, the more your brain craves that quick hit, and just like any addiction, side effects show up. You feel drained, weak, unmotivated, and your drive to chase real goals simply shrinks. That's because the brain got its reward without you actually earning anything. Even modern therapists and addiction experts are sounding the alarm. Many now compare this habit to the way slot machines or social media hijack your dopamine system, offering constant rewards for no real effort. It rewires your brain to seek pleasure over purpose. To break free, here's the first shift. Recognize that this habit hacks your reward system, getting fake reward at the cost of real progress. When you know that, you can choose to stop feeding it. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, once said, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." And that's exactly what happens when you let pleasure control you. Every time you give in to this habit, you're not just chasing relief. You're training your mind to stay weak. You tell yourself, "I need this," when in truth, it's the habit that owns you. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and philosopher, believed that real strength comes from mastering your desires, not being ruled by them. He knew that a man who can't control himself will never be truly free. The more you chase quick pleasure, the more it pulls you away from real fulfillment. You become a prisoner to your own urges. You trade long-term purpose for short-term hits. And that's a losing game. But here's what separates the average from the great. Every powerful man in history, leaders, warriors, creators, learned to control their desires. They didn't let urges make decisions for them. That discipline is what made them different. While others stayed stuck, they rose because they chose power over pleasure. So, how do you escape this trap? How do you take back control and finally break free from the habit that's been holding you back? The answer lies in 3 proven principles that have helped countless men rebuild confidence, focus, and purpose. Let's start with the first one. 1. Self-discipline. No one becomes truly free until they learn to control themselves. That's where it begins. The moment you stop being ruled by your urges and start choosing what actually builds your life. Self-discipline isn't about punishment or being hard on yourself. It's about choosing what matters most over what feels good in the moment. Every time you resist the urge to escape through pleasure, you're training your brain to get stronger. You're building real power, the kind that lasts. And little by little, those urges start to lose their grip. You stop chasing temporary relief and start stepping into something bigger: purpose, control, and quiet confidence. 2. Find your purpose. A man without purpose feels lost. And that's when bad habits creep in. One reason so many guys struggle with this cycle is because they don't have something bigger to focus on. But when your mind is set on building a business, learning a new skill, or becoming your strongest self, that old habit starts to fade. Why? Because you don't have time to waste on things that give you nothing back. Purpose fills the space where temptation used to live. It gives your energy direction. So the next time the urge shows up, ask yourself, is this moving me forward or holding me back? Then get to work on something that actually matters. 3. Transmutation. Here's a truth most modern men forget. Your sexual energy is powerful. Ancient warriors, artists, and thinkers knew this. They believed that when this energy is wasted, your potential goes with it. But when you redirect it into your goals, it becomes fuel. Nikola Tesla, one of the smartest minds in history, stayed celibate his entire life. Not because he was weak, but because he understood the power of focus. He channeled his energy into invention, and it changed the world. You can do the same. Instead of spending your drive on temporary pleasure, use it to build something that lasts. Your ambition, your creativity, your discipline. Imagine this, waking up every day with real, unshakable confidence. No guilt, no weakness, just clear focus and unstoppable energy. You feel more motivated, more driven, and completely in control of your life. That's what happens when you finally break free. Your testosterone levels rise, your mind feels sharper, your ambition comes alive again. But more than that, you get your power back. Not just over a habit, but over yourself. And that's what true freedom is. It's not just about quitting something, it's about becoming the kind of man you were always meant to be. Strong, focused, fully alive. Now ask yourself this. Will you stay stuck in the same loop, or will you take back control? Will you keep letting a silent habit drain your drive, or will you rise above it and become the man you were built to be? Here's the truth. No great man in history was ruled by his urges. The ones who made a difference, who built, created, and led, they all had one thing in common. They mastered themselves first. They're ready to break free, reclaim your energy, and build a life of purpose. It all starts now. Hit subscribe, stick around, and keep showing up for yourself, because your journey to self-mastery is just beginning.